Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to review the Seth Rogen produced Good Boys. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos every single day. You can also find me over Twitter and Instagram at Movie Guy 365, as well as the Disney Magic Hour podcast. You can find a link for that in the description. We do shows weekly over there. All right, so Good Boys, produced by Seth Rogen. So automatically you know what you're going to be in the mood for, or where you're going to actually be getting with your film. Essentially, it's a smaller, younger version of Superbad. Of course, that movie, which launched the careers of Michael Cera, Jonah Hill, and I really enjoy Superbad, and I still do. It's an endlessly entertaining film. So this immediately, based off the trailers, I'm thinking it's just going to be a version of that, but with younger audience. And to a certain degree, that is actually true. These kids are trying to get to a party, and there's alcohol being smuggled in, and it's just a whole thing. But that's not the main point of the story. It's just these circles around these three friends that are 12 years old and just starting to get into the older aspects of school and life and that sort of thing. So there's a lot of struggle there internally with the three main characters. Now, going into this film, unfortunately, I had some mix-up with my movie ticket, and basically, long story short, I went into it with kind of a negative frame of mind automatically. So it took me a little while to warm up to it, but overall, I actually did find it funny. There was a lot of things I did laugh out loud. I didn't laugh at all the jokes. I thought some of them were kind of, I don't know, some audience members laughed at them, whereas I didn't, and then vice versa. I laughed at, there's a couple that I just, an insult that gets thrown out early on in the film that I burst out laughing. It was funny. And meanwhile, some other audience members are like, whatever. It's really kind of a mixed bag as far as what's going to land and what's going to hit with you. So it's a very your mileage may vary kind of film in that regard. I like the kids that are the main roles. I think they're good. But my problem is, I think that they are the only characters in the film that have any kind of three-dimensional writing to them. There's, histories and backstories, but every other character that comes on screen is a bit of two-dimensional and very one-dimensional. And it's just very wooden. You don't know much about them. Like there's a kid in the kind of like the popular kid who all these children revere, but they don't give you any reason to say why about this. It's just like he says something and they bark orders. I don't know if it was part of the joke of the movie that just didn't work for me. But, coming off from somebody who raised a daughter and watched Disney Channel shows, two of the tropes that used to irritate me to no end are parents that are just idiots completely and overpowered children. And what I mean overpowered children is they act way beyond their age. They're kind of just super, ahead of everybody, the curve. Meanwhile, they can barely tie their shoes. That kind of comes across with a few of these characters here, especially. Not the main ones per se, but that popular kid is just one of those where it's like, okay, apparently you can do no wrong, that kind of thing. It's irritable tropes like that just kind of bug me, and it kind of pulls you out of the movie at some point. We get appearances by Will Forte, which I really liked. He kind of bookends the movie a little bit, so you don't see him too much, but he is there. And I think some of the best jokes, unfortunately, were in the trailer. And there was also the sister of one of the main characters. I feel had a great opening, and then of course the next time we see her is that joke that's in the trailer. I would have liked to have seen more. There's like a lot of cool stuff they could have done with that character. I just wish they would have kind of maybe trusted the source material a little bit more. Maybe brought out not source material per se, but I mean the script. Just bring out a little bit more of flavor like that. Not rely so much on your main three that you forget to develop your outside characters, or make the ones that do stick shine a little bit more. Overall, I think it is kind of a mixed bag. I didn't hate it, didn't love it. It's kind of just there. It was entertaining. I would like to revisit it again at some point, maybe when I'm in more of like accepting kind of mood as far as jokes go and that kind of humor. But for me, it's a 7 out of 10. It's I think something I would probably revisit in the future. As I said, I might even give it a higher score when I'm in a better frame of mind. But as it stands, I'll give Good Boys a 7 out of 10. Let me know in the comments below if you plan to see it. I think it's worth a trip to the theater, or catch it on disc or streaming. Anyway, let me know, and in the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos every single day. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.